All right, folks, Bitcoin coming in, $27,000, the same place we were yesterday. Altcoins taking a little bit of a hit, you know, in these bear markets going into the bull market. Your altcoins are not going to have too much, too much oomph behind them until Bitcoin gets close to that halving. You still got Cardano at 25 cents. Everything's looking pretty good. The big news today, you guys got to admit I called it 100%. We've been talking about this for a while. Bitboy is now officially broke. Been saying this probably ever since I made YouTube videos. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I said Bitboy will end up broke. I've seen guys with his personality before. They always end up broke and destitute. Here is a video I made over a year ago, calling this 100%.
Back off if you taunt them. Like I said, Bitboy got too much power, too much money. You gave too much power, too much money to an idiot, to a crackhead. Let's be honest. And this is how they react. He thinks he's God now. He thinks he has this big audience. He has all these attorneys, and he thinks he's unstoppable. And like I said yesterday, everybody in history who's had that attitude has ended up getting crashed and burned or gone to jail by the government. You never beat the government.
Anyway, so there I am calling everything a year ago. You guys can watch my videos. All you idiots taking Bitboy's advice, Ben Armstrong's advice, he led you right into the gutter. And here we go today. Rand Nooner talking about it. Bitboy is broke. He's begging for money on the internet from his probably $10 million mansion. He's lost his Lamborghini. He couldn't even put gas in his car today. He had to borrow $20. Everything I said has come true for Bitboy. Do I feel bad for him? Not really. I mean, I don't like watching a crackhead devolve, because that's what he is. He's devolving, and it's going to end very badly. And, it could end very, very badly. Very badly. So here's Rand Nooner talking about it.
More altcoin news and other serious news, and I do have a lot of serious news. A lot of it is about the SEC's attack on DeFi and how to stay safe. I think we should spend just a few more minutes talking about Bitboy. Okay, let's just get the story out the way so we can get on with serious business. So this is a story. You know that first he was kicked out of his channel by the other shareholders because he was having an affair, he was taking drugs, he was on test, etc., etc. Then they were supposed to reconcile. Then he started his own channel. And then all of a sudden, this morning, we get this bombshell of a video, which is, I'm going to start it here. It's a 4-minute video. I don't think we should waste 4 minutes. I think we should just listen to a little bit of it and then move on to real things.
Guys, my life has been online here. I have absolutely been given death threats from real credible people who claim that they've done it before. And if you look at, when I made the video, walking back some of the stuff that I said, because my life was on the line. Go watch that video. You can see it. Just go watch the video. Guys, I've been under threat of blackmail. I've been extorted for my Lamborghini. That's gone. I've been under literal death threat. Literally told my wife they were going to put me under the ground, put me under concrete over money. Literally said that. I've got a
typical crackhead, typical Baltimore City crackhead begging for money. I can drive 10 miles from my house right now. I'll be in downtown Baltimore City. You'll have a crackhead on the side of the road, and they have a sob story for you, and that's pretty much Bitboy. They have a sob story. Please give me some money. Please donate me some money. The world is out to get me. Everybody is out to get me, and people are giving me death threats and whatever. This is a typical crackhead right here. You can't make this up. I encourage any of you guys, drive into the city, wherever you live, find a white crackhead. This is how white, I'm from Baltimore City. You got ghetto blacks who are awful, and you have white trash like Ben who are awful. They're both equally awful. I don't like any of them because they're just crackheads and they're losers of society. In Baltimore City, you have both. Most of the crackheads in Baltimore City are actually white guys that look just like Ben on the side of the road, just degenerates. And the only thing with Ben is he made a lot of money scamming people in crypto. I would probably say he probably made $50 million over the last couple of years. I don't know, that's a guess. And now he's lost every penny, can't even put gas in his car. I called this fucking shit a year ago. Yes, I am a genius. And you can't deny it. I was the only YouTuber calling for Ben to be broken destitute last year. And 1 year later, he is broken destitute.
Recording of it, as well as we have the police report. This was said to my wife. Remember whose honor we're all supposed to be protecting here, right? What I did to my family. That's what they're claiming. But yet, they're willing to blackmail me and say, send a text to me and my wife the night before everything broke, or the morning that everything broke, and say, hey, guys, we can keep this a family. This is what the network is done. We can keep this a family matter. We don't have to come out with everything.
So he claims that he was blackmailed. He claims that he was under duress when he made those videos, those conciliatory videos. He says, go and watch those videos again, and you'll see that, the videos, that's what happened. He also claims that he's broke. Now, this is a tragedy, because if you manage, he was talking about the value of his portfolio and stuff like that.
Oh, by the way, Rand Nooner hates Bitboy. No matter what Rand says right now, he hates Bitboy. He always has. Even though Rand Nooner's kind of a scammer himself, he's nowhere on the degenerate crackhead level as Bitboy. Now, Rand Nooner will not admit he doesn't like Bitboy, but later on he says he refuses to donate him any money. So Rand Nooner is happy as can be that Ben Armstrong is in the gutter right now. He just won't admit it, but you can pretty much tell by just looking at Rand, he loves that Bitboy is now broke and destitute.
That he also, listen, he had a sponsor for over $1 million. Stake.com allegedly was paying him over $1 million a month. And he now claims that he's broke. Listen to this.
Trying to bleed me out. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bleed me out of money so I can't fight. And so today, as I put $20 in my gas tank earlier that I had to borrow from someone because I've been 100% cut off from all my money. All my money. My wife's American Express card, well, that wasn't paid for the last month. That wasn't paid. It was supposed to be getting paid by people that work for me, and they didn't do it. So the credit card's maxed out. And guys, we're in
So he says it's bad. He says the situation is very bad. And you know what he's doing? He's asking people to help him. He's asking people for money.
a spot here because they're trying to make me stop fighting. And so I humbly ask that if I've ever done anything for you, if I've ever encouraged you, if I've ever
He scammed everybody for years and now he's asking for money. You can't make this stuff up. It's like Bernie Madoff asking people for donations. It's the same fucking thing. You can't make this stuff up. The only difference is Bernie Madoff wasn't a crackhead. A crackhead, they have no shame. No shame. Bitboy. You made like $100 million scamming people and now you're broke because you let these other guys have access to your company. You can't even put gas in your car now. This is karma. Karma. I made a video a couple days ago. Karma. I made a video a couple days ago. I said I wouldn't be surprised if Bitboy is completely broke right now. What happens to you 2 days later? I'm broke. You can't make this stuff. I know crackheads so well from working around them in Baltimore City. They're all the same. Doesn't matter. They're all the same. White crackheads are always the same. Black ones are a little bit different. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to get banned, but you got white crackheads are all the same. Black crackheads are all the same. We'll leave it at that. And Ben Armstrong is your typical white boy crackhead. They're all the same, just like that. Every single one of them.
you dream that you might have something different, if some of my content has helped you, or if you're on the outside of the situation looking in and you see how dirty what's happening is, then I humbly ask that you donate. We have ERC20 address, Ethereum or stablecoin. Stablecoins would be best, but whatever you want to donate is fine. If you have other stuff you want me to...
So it's asking people to donate. Now, a big question, which you should tell me in the chat. Do you think that people are actually donating money? Do you think that Bitboy deserves money? Do you think that he was his own worst enemy? Would you actually donate money to Bitboy? That's what I want to know. James, these new lights of like I'm getting a reflection on my own forehead, to be honest. It's quite bad. So anyway, so the question is, do you think that this is actually working? Let me show you the answer to that. I was quite surprised, to be honest. It's been less than 24 hours. This is the ETH address that he set up. And right now there is $104,235 in that ETH address. So maybe we need, guys, you know what we need to do?
And that money will be gone by tomorrow, most likely spent on crack. I mean, right, guys? Any money you donate to Ben Armstrong is going to be spent on crack.
We need to change our thumbnail to say Bitboy was broke. No, I was broke because right now the thumbnail says.
And let's not forget, $104,000 he got from begging for money. Most Americans will never even see $100,000 in their savings account. If you gave the average American $100,000, their life is changed. They can buy themselves a Toyota Camry car for cash, put a down payment on the house. Scammer Ben Armstrong gets that in the night, and he'll probably blow it all within a couple days. He's making this video from a $10 million mansion. He's got all these Gucci suits. He was scamming everyone for years, and the minute he would get money scamming people, he'd buy a Lambo with it. He'd buy the Hellcat. He'd be taking lavish vacations all over the place, just flaunting it. It's like if a guy steals money from you and then he just buys a bunch of like Gucci shit and starts bragging, oh, I stole all your money and now I bought this shit with it. That's what Bitboy did, or Ben Armstrong did. So anyway, I'm not surprised he got donations. I mean, the guy had a lot of followers, and Rand actually talks about this. One of the big donations he got was from one of the Ben Coin guys. I guess they felt sorry for him, probably because Bitboy promoted the fucking hell out of that Ben coin. So everybody involved with that Ben token scam made so much money. I mean, probably hundreds of millions of dollars or $100 million. So they probably, even though they split, they had a fight and they split, the guy's probably worth $100 million. He's like, you know what? Just out of the goodness of my heart, I'm going to donate this guy like $50,000 because without him, nobody would have shilled my scam. I mean, let's be honest. That's what's happening right now. The only people who are going to give Ben money are other scammers who probably feel bad for him. You can't make this stuff up. This is absolutely true. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is a good day for humanity. It's a good day for humanity because a lot of times, I've been an investigator for 20 years. A lot of times the bad guy, good doesn't prevail. Good doesn't always prevail. This is a clear-cut case, and that's what I love about crypto. It happens quick. You could be Bernie Madoff and scam people for 30 years. Even guys like Kevin Trudeau with his Natural Cures book, Carlton Sheets with his real estate book, Don LaPree, it takes 20 years because everything happens slow. But in crypto, everything happens fast. This time last year, Ben Armstrong, the biggest guy in crypto, worth $100 million. His channel's getting 100,000 views every day. Now he's a nobody, broke, destitute, begging for money. If that's not the feel-good story of the year, I don't know what is. This is the definition of good prevailing over evil. And I love it. I love it.
Bitboy is broke. Change it to say I was broke because he's not broke anymore. Now he has $104,000 and $104,235, which is, look, I think the guy has good intentions. I think he's his own worst enemy. I think he has amazing intentions. I don't think he set out to harm anyone. I just think that's just kind of the guy he is. I've always been supportive of him. He's always helped me. So listen, guys. I mean, I'm not going to donate because I just, it's not what I think there are better causes in the world.
Yeah, there are a lot better causes.
To Bitboy, and I will donate a lot, but I think for me there are better causes in the world. But if you want to help him, go and help him. You now know that it's happening. He may have helped you at some point. A lot of salty people on Twitter said, how about the people that lost their money as a result of you? That's ZXPT. Someone said, you had a miserable life with money, now you'll have a miserable life without money. Twitter loves to mob when this happens. You'll remember Atozi.
Oh, guys, this is a good one. Remember Atozi? Atozi made a video basically calling Ben Armstrong out last year, saying Ben Armstrong is a scammer, and then Bitboy Ben Armstrong sued him for that. Right when Atozi was about to have a baby, and he was scared shitless. Well, let's see what Atozi gets the last laugh here.
Atozi. Remember, Bitboy tried to sue Atozi. We slapped him with a lawsuit. And Atozi actually used this opportunity to hit back. He said, when you hit me with a lawsuit, I had to call my real estate agent to discuss selling my house. I was planning on bringing in my firstborn to just days before you served me. I additionally launched a GoFundMe to help me fight this, and you laughed at me for raising funds. When I raised more than I could ever imagine, your response was to instantly pull out and said on stream, well, now he has funds, showing the world that you wanted to drain me financially because you didn't like my video. In my opinion, you are still the definition of a dirtbag.
Nice.
A lot of people are unhappy about it, but nice. $104,000 has been sent. One of the people that actually sent him the $104,000 was Ben.eth. Now you'll remember these guys also had a fallout. So this is the guy that created the Ben coin, and then
So most of the money, like I said, most of the money that Ben Armstrong is getting right now is from another scammer because Bitboy made this other scammer a lot of money by promoting the Ben token. So anyway, guys, this story made my day. It's pretty bad for him. It's not looking good. It's not going to end good. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess he's going to be in litigation. He did start the whole Bitboy thing. Maybe he'll get a settlement, but it doesn't matter. Even if they go to court and they have to pay out Ben Armstrong a couple $1,000,000 to go away, he's going to take that couple $1,000,000 and he's going to squander it, and he's going to end up broke and destitute. The next chip to fall within the next year or two will absolutely be his wife will leave him. Guaranteed his wife will leave him. You know, she's the modern American woman, just like most are. They're not very loyal anyway. Let's be honest. She was probably staying with Ben. Why would you stay with a crackhead? You know, a crackhead with money, okay, maybe you stay with him. A crackhead without money, you're probably not staying. So once the house gets repossessed, once the cars all get repossessed, once, you know, he just said her American Express card isn't paid. So essentially they're broke. So the next chip to fall, I predict it might take like a year because things take time in that respect. But I do see Ben Armstrong's wife filing for divorce, and that's just because American women are about as loyal as their options, and a broke crackhead, she can probably do better. But we'll see what happens, guys. Like I said, this was the feel-good story. It made me feel great. He got his karma. On a human level, I feel a little bit bad for him because the guys who took everything for him are even worse than him. But I do think he will end up getting a payout from those people. But my point is, even if he gets a couple $1,000,000 payout, he's probably going to blow it anyway. And I'm sure the guy has a lot of debt right now. He can't even put gas in his car. It's not looking too good. And most importantly, I called it all. A year and a half ago, when I started making Bitboy videos, I said he's going to be broke and destitute. And that's why, not because I'm a god, not because I'm all that smart, because I just have a history of working around crackheads, and they're all the same. They always end up broke and destitute. And a lot of people took Ben Armstrong's advice over the years, and they lost a lot of money. And he made millions of dollars promoting all those scams, and now he lost all that money. And, you got to love karma. You got to love karma. He got his good. And unfortunately, I think it's only going to get worse. And it'll probably get to the point where I actually stop talking about it, because if it gets to the point where he gets too bad, too down and out, too depressed, it's not even, it's just bad energy for me to even talk about it anymore. But right now, we can still talk about it, and maybe he'll come out of this a little bit. Maybe, like I said, maybe he'll get a settlement. He actually started his Bitboy channel today, his Ben Armstrong channel, and he's actually live streaming right now. So I'll take a look at that when I'm done making this video, and I'll see if there's anything juicy there. But I'm sure he's going to get a lot of views and a lot of donations by just doing a live stream. So by no means do I think Ben Armstrong is going to just go away. I think he's going to be there, but unfortunately, he's not going to be the top tier YouTuber that he was years ago. And I think he's making a lot less money, and he's used to a lavish lifestyle. And I think he's probably going to be just like he's probably going to be broke paycheck to paycheck for a very long time. I don't see him coming out of this, but he's not going to shut up. He's not going to stop making videos, and he will draw an income. But I think his credibility is so low right now. People are essentially just watching him because he's a joke. It's like the reason you watch the Jackass guys or, just a crazy YouTube video. It's like a train wreck. And people always watch Bitboy for the last couple of years because he's a train wreck. A lot of people are tuning in right now to see what he says, but he does not have the influence. Ben Armstrong does not have the influence he had years ago. You're not going to see him being invited to the U.S. Congress or crypto bills, or he's not going to be getting interviewed on CNBC anymore. Like those days are over. He's now basically a joke. He's a joke begging for money. All right, guys, like and subscribe. This is a good day in crypto. Karma is a beautiful thing. Karma got this motherfucker real good. I'm happy about it. I know a lot of you guys out there who are probably, bleeding heart liberals. You feel bad for them. I'm not that kind of guy. I believe if you steal somebody's car, you deserve to go to jail. If you hurt somebody or commit a crime, you deserve to go to jail. And like Bitboy, if you scam people for years, you deserve to lose it all. And that's essentially what happened. So on a human level, we can feel bad for him, and I can feel bad for his family and his kids and all that stuff. And I think, whatever, it is what it is with that. But the amount of damage he did over the last couple years with newbies coming into crypto, getting scammed, he essentially was raping and pillaging newbies coming into crypto. That's a lot of bad energy coming onto you, and it blew up in his face. And it's sad. It's sad and it's embarrassing, but it's also, it will go down in history as a scammer who got fucked by karma. And that's a happy ending to me. All right, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.